Good afternoon, everyone, or morning or evening, wherever you are in the world. Hope everyone's well. I jumped on a bit early because I see it's all kicking off in the chat. It's Monday morning mayhem. Before I say anything, I just want to say that football obviously is about emotions, it's about opinions, and people feel strongly about what they believe in. But please, can we not have any name calling? Can we not call people out? Can we not have any nastiness? There's just no need for it at all. You know, if you don't agree with someone, that's fine. I don't agree with loads of people. So, you know, we need to just keep it on an even keel. By all means, everyone can have a different opinion. That's what it's all about as far as I'm concerned. But no name calling and being disrespectful to each other, if that's okay with everybody, because, you know, I can't be doing with the drama.
Well, the thing is, right, I don't like it when people put someone down and they're not here to defend themselves. He is actually here to defend himself now. But what he should do is take it to the person's room and not bring it into your room, you know?
Yeah, because it starts my show off, on a negative note,
but it's not coming into a chat room is not about slagging people down. It's not about that. It's about talking football and people having their opinions.
We're all fans of the same club, right? At the end of the day, and just show respect to each other. As I say, don't call each other out. If we all agreed, it'd be a really boring place, wouldn't it? We wouldn't be able to, you know, debate these things. We'd all just be sat here going, yes, yes, yes. I disagree with things people say, and other things I agree with them perfectly. We have heated debates in our group chats, but we're all still good mates at the end of the day. It never gets personal. So if we can just keep it that way, that would be amazing. So I'm drawing a line under all the debating and all the, I'm drawing a line under all the, arguing and the digs at each other and saying, it's Monday, we're top of the league at the minute. Welcome to the show. Obviously, me and my hubby today, and we're just going to have a little chat about the Crystal Palace game on Friday. It seems like a lifetime ago now. Anyway, Jim, how are you today?
Yeah, good. Excellent.
Good.
Happy Monday.
Yeah, happy Monday. Let's just have a quick look who's in the chat. Mick Dundee's here. Good day, Mick. He says, Spurs for the Premier League title. Come on, you Spurs. Big up, Leo. Hope you're well, darling. Always nice to see you. Yeah, see, all this condescending, arrogant, don't like it. We draw a line under it. Yeah. I'm not going to bring it up. Big up to Ash. Hope you're well, lovely. Yeah, agree. We don't like name calling. Yeah, this is all. Sorry, let's get rid of all this. You've all had your little bit of chat with each other. As I said, please don't dig anyone out anyway, but don't do it in my room. If you've got something to say to that person, by all means, you want to go in their room or comment and have a discussion with them, that's fine. But keep it out of here, because this is a happy place. This is a chilled room. We don't like drama. We don't like conflict. We just all want to be happy. Good start to the week. And yeah, all that malarkey. AJ's in the house. Good afternoon, AJ. Hope you're well. Always good to see you. Nick says, Nick says, blink twice, Jim, if you're safe. That was 3 times. What does 3 times mean?
I can't count.
Big up Perch. He says, smash the likes, people. Yes, please smash them likes. Afternoon, Andrew Gregory. Yeah, come on. We like showing each other respect. A bit of love in the house. Nitrate DJ's here. Big up to you. Ash says he's wearing glasses. Kate made sure we can't see him blink. Exactly that, Perch. It's just football. And as I said, if we all agreed, what a boring bloody place it would be. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Geordie says, my opinion is that Spurs stink. Big up, Geordie. If you think you're winning the league, great. If you think we're not going to win the league, great. Just because you have an opinion don't mean someone else's isn't valid. Exactly that, AJ. Exactly that. That's what makes the world go round. Nick says, yeah, leave Emerson Royale alone. I'm not even going to talk about Emerson Royale.
He done well the other day when he come on.
Oh,
it wasn't bad. We'll get into that. Go on.
Potato Stew's in the house saying hello. Good afternoon, Potato. Hope you're well, my love. And Lee Smithy Smith, afternoon to you too. we love a troll on Shelfside Spurs show. Come on Thursday. Yeah, Nick thrives on the trolls. Go to Shelfside Spurs show every Thursday night at 7:30 and troll away, troll away. Nitrate, you didn't miss anything, darling. It was just a little bit of different opinions that got a little bit out of hand, but we're over that. We're over that. Afternoon, Wayne Bond. I hope you're well. Big up Savva in the house. Fans thinking we're going to win the league are laughable. They're Marley versus us, a laughing stock. Emerson was much better than Davis. I would have been much better than Davis, AJ. Let's be fair. It was absolutely appalling. Invisible. I would go as far as say invisible. They were calling him Ghost, Odegaard, and I think Davis is definitely one of them. But before as we might as well start with your opinion, Jim. What did you make of the game on Friday?
Well, it wasn't great. It wasn't great, but we've done enough to win. First half, I was disappointed. If it wasn't for Cario, we could have gone down, one down. But the second half, we played all right, played well enough to win the game. That's all we can do game by game. This is the thing with football. You can only go game by game, right? You can't keep looking at this game and saying, well, we only just beat this team and we only just beat that team. You've got to go game by game. And I think with Tottenham, the better teams they play, the better they perform, which it's been proved this season. You know, so we have to take this game by game. And we've got Chelsea next. Right. I think that we'll play well against them because it's Chelsea. And that's all we can do, you know. It's we can't look too far ahead. And it's no good looking back because what's happened back has gone. And what's happened back is we won 8 and drawn 2, you know, not playing well. So we just kick on to Chelsea and let's see.
Savva proving that men can actually multitask. Look, he's done 2 channels at once. Amazing. I agree. I thought it was definitely that proverbial game of 2 halves. I thought the first half we was awful. I don't think we played Ange's system in the first half. It looked more like Conte's system. But the second half we were much better. And as you say, I do think
when we come up like Conte's system, Kate. It didn't. They just didn't play well. The passes weren't there.
They didn't go forward enough.
Basuma was off, wasn't he? He lost the ball.
I think Basuma was frightened of getting booked. I really do. Yeah, I think he wasn't playing his normal game.
In some bad areas that put us under pressure. But I don't think it was Conte ball.
Thanks, AJ, for that. Big up to you. Yeah, I mean, the first half, I find it difficult to say anyone that played particularly great. I thought Vicario, like you say, was good. But yeah, it didn't seem like us in the first half.
See, the thing is, Kate, all you can do in football, right? You can only beat what's in front of you, right? And if you play bad and you win, that's not a terrible thing because you know there's more to come from that team. It's better. I would rather us play like we did against Burnley. You know, there was against Crystal Palace, there was snippets of it, like the second goal. What a beautiful goal, long ball from Sarr, BJ to Maddison. BJ done a lovely run into the box, and then flicked it to Son in the net. I mean, it was a beautiful goal to watch.
Big up, Haz. Always an absolute pleasure to see you in my room. I hope you're well, my lovely. Sorry, I'm multitasking as well now. I think my highlight of the game was the interview with Ange when he said that he's just copying Pep, mate. I thought that was brilliant. This guy I just love him to death. I think he's absolutely brilliant. He just says all the right things. He's humble. He's just, I just think he's a great guy.
He's a fantastic bloke, right? And he's proved over the years. I know he's not done it in the Premiership. People keep saying, yeah, well, he's only done it in this league, only done it in that league. But at the end of the day, the leagues he's been in, you know, they're all as good as each other. You know, like this league, right? There's some lesser teams and there's some better teams. But he's still done what he's had to do in each league he's been in. I know people say there's only 2 teams Scotland, but he never lost at home all the time he was there. I mean, that's something. Even lower teams beat top teams, so he was there for 2 years, never got beat at home. You know, that's some record. He's a good manager, a very good manager, and I'm convinced he will prove it in this league. Well, he's starting to prove it already. You know, and look where we are, and people are saying that we haven't got great players, got some great and some real crap, but we're still top of the league. So he's proving that he is a good manager.
Big up Steve D. Good to see you as always, love. There's Perchy. There, look. You were calling for him, AJ, and he just appeared like Candyman. Yeah, I agree. I think, and you know, so far so good. He hasn't done anything wrong. Like I say, I've criticised him before, saying that some of his substitutions have been a little bit suspect. But although we're winning, it's difficult to sort of put him down and say anything negative about him.
There's nothing to put him down for, Kate.
Exactly, it's all working.
When he's made subs, everybody said, "Well, we don't like the subs that come on." But there was only one game this season that he made subs that I thought it went against us.
Yeah,
that was, what game was that? What was the game before this one?
Fulham.
Was it the Fulham game? It might have been the Fulham game. But
Luton game, he made a couple of weird subs as well.
Yeah, but the thing is, they had all the ascendancy at Luton, and when he brought the subs on, it kind of turned the game back round in our favour.
Yeah. I like the comment that teams like to build a fortress. We built a nightclub. Yeah, that was true as well. It does look like very much like a nightclub atmosphere when we're winning. Big up Perchy. Same message to you as I've said to Kate and Savva. Ignore the rude, insulting idiots. Don't rise to it. Just keep doing you. You're always going to get it. When you put your face out there and you say things. I mean, I've had loads of abusive messages since I was on the football terrace, but I've got skin like a rhinoceros. It just goes over my head. Seriously, I do find it incredible. Go on, Jim. No, I was going to say, I do find it incredible that you've got to be one or the other. If you say we're going to win the league, you're deluded. If you say we're not, you're negative. There's kind of no in between. But that's just modern day. I think that's just how society is these days, I'm afraid.
Look, football, right? Football it's just a beautiful game, right? And even when you play bad and you win, you get on a high. Football is about emotions, right? People do get emotional. And they do make assumptions on emotion because that's what football is. It's about emotion, you know, and there's nothing wrong with getting behind your team, even if you're not doing the football that everybody thinks you should be doing. It's just that's what it is. It's an emotional game, and it gets us, to places that other things don't get us.
Yeah, but you've got. I also agree with you. Go on, Jim. Sorry.
All you got to do is watch clips on YouTube of people at the game. I watch all the clips that go on there from the two brothers, Tottenham TV, the ones Nick's put on there, Cowling, and you just see people so happy, and it puts people on a different planet. This season, it's changed our lifestyle, Kate, because we're much happier. The last season was miserable for us.
Yeah.
And it's nice. I think personally, it's nice to get caught up in the emotions and enjoy it, because there's going to be times it's all going to drop off, at some, and we're going to be a little bit, oh God, so enjoy it while it's there.
What I will say is I give my, I take my hats off to people like Savva, because he can look at things very subjective without being emotional. And maybe I always thought I was like that, but maybe my emotions do get the better of me at times. I don't know. But you have to be that sort of person that can't bring emotion into it. I'm not sure if I am that sort of person. But anyway.
My emotions bring me into it and I love it. But, someone like Savva's more than an even kill, right?
Yeah,
there's
exactly.
Nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that.
That's great.
There's nothing wrong with it at all. It's different people for different things, and he doesn't get caught up in it like a lot of people do, and that's fair enough. That's the way he wants to be. That's up to him. There's no right or no wrong. People are what they are, and I do get caught up in the emotion of it, and I just love it and I can't help it.
seems to be a fine line with opinions just now. I don't understand why people are so bothered by other people's opinions. For me, we've got a free pass this year, but whatever camp you fall in, respect others. Exactly that. Exactly that.
100% right. That's he couldn't. No one could have put that better. You know, you've got to respect everybody and the way they feel, the way they think. It doesn't make someone right or wrong. You know, it's just how they feel, and some people are enjoying the ride more than other people.
Geordie as well, spot on. Attack the opinion, not the person. Yeah, that's so true. When it gets personal, it kind of, you've lost the debate when it gets personal, as far as I'm concerned. Top four is exceeding expectations. I agree. I said at the start of the season, I thought we'd be around 8th. So already we're massively exceeding expectations. So yeah, it's just we have to go game by game, see how we go. Pete, that's in the house. Big up to you. Says all you can say is Tottenham are heading in the right direction.
That's another good comment. Great comment.
Yeah. AJ says Kate purchased Savva. You guys are genuinely 3 of the best footballing YouTubers. I don't know about that, not me anyway. Spurs or otherwise, I can't stand nonsense and bullshit. And you guys always keep it real. Thank you. That's very kind of you to say. I don't put myself in the category of either Perchy or Savva because I've only been doing it like nearly not even 4 months. So, but it's very kind of you to say so. But I don't agree. Nitrate says win, lose or draw, we all still love Spurs. Exactly that. Has something happened to Savva? No, nothing. Just somebody came into my room and was a bit personal about Savva and Perchy, and I just called it out. I don't like it. I won't have it. And as I said, it doesn't belong in my room anyway because it's not about me. But you shouldn't be disrespectful. As soon as you disrespect someone, you've lost your argument, as far as I'm concerned. Big up Tracy, MUFC. Hope you're well. I bet you're not so well after watching your team capitulate against Manchester City. What are your thoughts? Let me know. Oh dear. Afternoon, the mod father Ben.
Hi Ben.
Hope you're well, my darling. Pragmatic has become negative and enthusiasm has become delusional. It's a bit silly. Yeah, I think this is the world of social media and YouTube, I'm afraid. I agree. I mean, I sometimes say to people, you're deluded. And then Jim says to me, you shouldn't really say that. They're just enthusiastic. Yeah. It's kind of hard because when I say we're not winning the league and I get attacked as being negative, I feel defensive. So I come back with, well, you're so deluded. There's no like middle ground. You're either one or the other. That's what I'm trying to say.
Okay, this word delusional, I don't like it one bit, right? Because it's not being delusional, right? It's thinking that your team can do something, right? It's emotional. You're caught up in it, and you people are allowed to get caught up in it because we get caught up in it when we're doing terrible, right? And we all get down. I mean, I shouldn't think there's a Spurs fan on the planet, right, that never got depressed on some of the games last season. So why not be on a high and enjoy it when we're doing well? Because as I said to you just 5 minutes ago, it's going to turn around because football does, right? Football is an up and down sport, unless you're Man City, right? Unless you're Man City and you're up there nearly all the time, right? But even they have downs. Look in the Champions League how long it took them to win it. So they've had downs as well. So it's about enjoying the moment, enjoying when you're doing well.
Yeah, but I also think that's a fallacy as well, because just because you don't think we're going to win the league and you're realistic, that doesn't mean you're not enjoying the ride. Because everyone I know, even like Savva, Perchy, whoever you want to say are more level-headed, they're all still loving it. Yeah, but they're just not getting carried away. That's different.
Yeah, but they're allowed to do that. They're allowed to not get carried away. But some people, like I'm quite an emotional person, as you know, right? I get caught up in it, and I love it, and I love being like that. But I'm not saying that you, because I know you don't think we're going to win the league, right? Or Perchy or Savva or whoever else doesn't think we're in the league. I'm not saying they're wrong. You know, it's the way they want to think, and that's good. You know, they're probably right and I'm probably wrong. I am wrong most of the time anyway. So this won't make any difference, will it? But I just I like being caught up in it, and I like the emotion, and I like when we're winning, because when we're not winning, you know what I'm like. I get really depressed with Tottenham, you know, because I'm an emotional person. So when we're on this and we're on this high, I just love it. And no one will change me. That's the way I am.
Big up Kevin Nichols, good to see you. Afternoon, Mia said she's realistically optimistic. Optimism isn't delusional. That's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying. And the same way, realistic isn't negative. This is the social media aspect of today's society, I suppose. In general, there's a label for everything.
Can I just say, right? Savva uses the word. He doesn't like the word negative, and I'm 100% behind him. I agree, right? But it's the same with delusional, right? They're two words that shouldn't even be brought into football. You know, I'm not delusional because of the way I'm thinking. I'm just loving it, right? And he's not negative because of the way he thinks. You know, it's just. I think them two words should be scrapped from the rooms.
Yeah, I'm going to put them on my banned list. No one's allowed to say them. I've got Dyer on that list as well. That's going to go on there.
Because you don't win the league, because you don't think you're going to win the league, doesn't mean you're negative. Not at all. Of course it doesn't. I mean, when you look at it, right, when you look at it, Liverpool, Arsenal, Man City, they are in front of us as far as being on the pitch, you know. But I think that we are catching them up. Right, slowly, and when we make changes and Ange implements his style of football a lot more into the team, and we get new players in, we start getting on a more even keel with them, you know. But it's the way people feel and think. You can't stop that in people.
AJ says there's a very clear difference between being positive, stroke, emotional, stroke, enthusiastic, and being deluded. For instance, Jimmy's not deluded, but there are many that are. Yeah, I mean, when I went on the terrace and I've got that child telling me we are going to win the league, we're the second best team in England, and that I'm actually an Arsenal fan, that's deluded without any doubt whatsoever. Kevin Nichols says, enjoy it and let's see where Ange takes us. Yep, exactly that. Jason Nunn, big up to you, says personal opinions are personal. That's the whole point. There's certain people I don't like in here right now, but that's my personal opinion and I won't slag them off. I love that. That's brilliant. Everyone's sitting there going, oh, what if it's me you don't like? Potato says, I've already looked into the down payment for a ticket for the Ange Train. Choo-choo, just in case. Big up, Potato. Geordie says you're also allowed to be critical of things even when things are going well. Exactly this. Perchy says people can dream. No one's stopping people to dream. It's when people who are more balanced get attacked for not shouting we are winning the league. Yep, I agree, Perchy.
100% right.
Yep. I love the fact being top of the league, we're living rent-free in other supporters' heads. Yep, there we are. Aim for the stars. If you miss, you can land on the moon. Big up, Geordie. I like that. Ben says, I'll admit I'm negative, but I will never yuck someone's yum. If you think we'll win the league, great, but I cannot get carried away after being hurt so many times. Yeah, get that exactly, Ben.
See, that's the other thing, Kate. Sorry, that's the other thing, right? Ben's right there because this fan base, me included, right? I've seen us in a position before where we've been doing well, mainly under Poch, under Yol, right? And it's not kicked on. We had a massive chance to kick on with Poch, so you can understand, and I can understand why people are skeptical, you know. But I can't feel like that. I have to be on the more positive side of it, thinking that Levy will back Ange in January. It might kick me in the teeth, but I will never ever speak against someone who says that, you know, Ange won't back him, you know, because there's the proofs in the pudding. But I have to believe he is going to back him. So that's a good statement that he made there.
Good afternoon, Carl Simpson. Good to see you. Hope you're well, my love. Exactly, Kate. Those are the fans that are deluded. Yeah, that was just craziness. Love it. Going to win the league, but only second best. Delusional. Yeah. At the start of the season, if anyone had said we'd be top after 10 games, we'd have been told we was delusional. And if we'd have said we're definitely going to get top 5, we'd have probably been told we're delusional. But now the people that are being called negative are the ones sitting there saying they think we'll get top 5, 6, and yet they're negative. It's mad how it's all turned around. Absolutely bonkers. Cole says, I'm enjoying the ride. One game time, see what happens.
Yeah.
Best way to be. Suti Says, are there any Spurs supporters on the Mr. Spock spectrum of just using logic as their guide? No emotion, no judgment, observational and accepted. Doubt it. I think Savva's on one of those. He doesn't get emotional. He goes purely on facts and evidence. So, yeah, I think Savva is probably the most level-headed. And I would say Terry from the football terrace, although he's not a Tottenham fan, I find him to be very level-headed about football in general as well. But I don't know. I don't know. Geordie says, the thing about social media, a lot of people want to build their social media presence, so it's hard to tell if people's opinions are genuine. Absolutely agree. And that's what I'm learning, because obviously I'm new. And so, and you know, the other thing, you've got to be so careful of saying something that slightly contradicts something you've said before, because everyone goes, oh, I'm a flip-flop. And it's like, well, no, I've just
I don't think Savva's not in that category, because he probably loses subs the way, because he says what he feels.
Yeah. 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 Hello again, Leo. Hope you're well. That picture you sent of Colorado, it's not like that now, is it? With all that snow. I know, Steve. I've never heard that. I'll never yuck someone's yum. That's just my favourite. I've got an amazing unboxing today on my show. Ooh, what are we unboxing? Ooh, exciting times. Remember, Ange will take responsibility regardless of leaving. Could become interesting. Loves music, says the vibe and culture is unheard of at Spurs. This is why fans want to believe. Enjoy the ride. There's so much more to come, and that's the terrifying thing. Yeah, I don't think we've kicked in yet at all. But then I don't think the likes of Arsenal, Man City, Liverpool, Newcastle have really kicked in yet. I think there's more to come from everybody.
A massive thing we got in our favour, a huge thing we got in our favour, is the one game a week, and some of this is not even. Well, I mean, our next game, it was, what was it, a 10-day difference? So that's hugely in our favour. It gives him time to work with them. And the more Ange works with these players, right, he said it, the more he works with them, the better they get. The more, he said they're on a snippet of what he wants. You know, he said, we haven't even really started. They're learning, but there's so much more to come from this team. That was his words. You know? So once he implements with these players, and when we get the new players in, we're going to be a good team. We're going to be a force to be reckoned with, and it's going to take time. You know, it's going to take time, but you know, I'm enjoying this season. I'm loving it, and we'll see where we go.
Sean called me a flip-flop last night, so I messaged him after, and he was only winding me up fishing, and I bit, and I called him a twat. Because I don't like biting, but that's one thing I don't consider myself to be as a flip-flop. But there you go. Maybe I am. I always true to myself and my opinions. It's all we can do, Perch. Potato says, opinions are not fact. Embrace the flip-flop. Mark CFC's in the house. Hi to Kate, Jim. Hope you're well. Hope the arm's better, Jim. How are you feeling, Mark, after Chelsea's loss again at the weekend? I just don't know what's going on with Chelsea. You just don't know what you're going to get. They literally are Forrest Gump. You don't know what you're going to get. Leo says, not that bad, but first snowfall ends up being the hotspot for out-of-towners. Oh, I get you. I always say I won't grow my channel because I'm not controversial enough. Balance don't sell well on the internet. All talking about growing my channels. I've applied this morning, so they said a month review, and then I'll be able to get super chats and memberships. Yeah, finally hit the milestone. One game a week. We just played 2 in 5 days. Yeah, I know, but then the next one's not for 10 games. So if you average it out, it is 1 game a week.
It's meant to be.
Exactly. Yeah. Sean in his Elton John chair. What is that chair about? What is that chair? It's like a patchwork. I don't know what it is. It's hurting my eyes. Flippity floppity flu. Don't tell any notes to Sean, he's a donut. Yeah. With the way some of us attack each other, we definitely have one of the most toxic fan bases. Yeah, but I think you saw the same thing with Arsenal, particularly when things weren't going their way. They were fighting outside the ground. But I do think our fan base is extremely toxic.
And there's no need for it, you know. If you go into a chat room, right? If you go into a chat room and someone's saying something you disagree with, there's no need to attack them. There's no need to call them names. No need to say things about their family. You know, you have a debate with them and you put your opinion across. You know, all this attacking people. I mean, it's just cowards. It's people, I'm going to say it here, it's people behind a keyboard, right? Writing. They're just cowards. There's no need for it. You know, if you're face to face with them, would they do it? 99% of them wouldn't. So why do it? Why do it when you're behind a keyboard? It's absolutely fucking pathetic.
You don't swear.
Sorry, but it is. It winds me up. It really winds me up. I go into some chat rooms, and some of the things people say to the person who's hosting the room, he's hosting the room and he's doing entertainment for them, right? He's giving their time up, or she's giving their time up for people to come in there, people who haven't you know, got a social life because of illnesses or mental health, or, you know, it's helping them, and then you've got people in there attacking them. What's that all about? Just cowards.
Big up, Bill. I did say as well that as soon as you start getting personal, you lose your whole argument because you lose your credibility. It's as easy as that.
Well, it's not an argument if you get personal. It's not an argument, Kate. It's just trying to be a bully behind a keyboard.
Yeah. Mark says low blocks kill us and Potchers to answer why centre back played at right back when we're two on the bench. Well, I don't think we'll be playing the low block against you, so it'll be interesting to see how that transpires. Chelsea have players but haven't as yet forged the team. We missed Enzo. When are they back? Because you had a Mudryk and Enzo out. When are they back? Are they long term or short term? I mean, they're going to be back for the Tottenham game. Do you know, Mark? Kevin says, with the appointment of a director of football and sports director, it seems Levy is stepping back. It's changing. He will buy 3 players at least. Yeah, I'm not convinced. I believe it when I see it, because he said he was going to step back when Paratici came in, but he didn't. Everyone's a flip-flop. That's the joy of our opinions being changed when in a conversation. Yeah, I kind of get that. That's true. I'm yet to see or hear a grown adult with the mental age of a grown adult say we will win the league.
We're winning the league. We're winning the league.
I don't know if he's got the mental age of a grown adult.
No one said I was an adult.
That's hilarious. I hate the term flip-flop. It's so childish. If you have a particular opinion and evidence is presented that makes you reevaluate that, and you then change your mind, it means you're intelligent. Exactly that. Shaw's hilarious. He never curtails and revels in throwing an opposing point of view in panel discussions. Yeah, of course he does. He likes to bait everybody. Very big miss, Perchy, and Gallagher at 6 is bad. AJ, you have to be... AJ, 100% you have to be about to assess new evidence. That's what life's all about. Potato question. Should there be no reaction, rather just block? Yeah, me personally, if I get trolls and people saying that to me, I just ignore them. And if they keep on or get personal, I block them.
If you ignore them, everyone's going away because they get bored.
Everybody's different how they deal with things. DJ Samuels in the house, big up to you. It's the same as when people bring trophies into a Spurs debate. They lose straight away from me. Yeah, they all do it, though. They all do it. Big up, Ronnie. Hope you're well. They'll both be back, they said, for our game. Oh, poo. Anyone that can't change their point of view has learning difficulties. You have to be flexible with an opinion based on new evidence that's presented. I'm a huge flip-flop last season. I was Sonny out this season. I'm Sonny in.
Leo, that's exactly right, because things change, right? Football clubs change, managers change, personnel change, and that's what football is. That's why football's so great. Because I said to Kate, right, about Arsenal, they were doing really, really bad, right? They were finishing 6th and 5th, and I said to her, enjoy this while you can, Kate, because it's not going to last. It will change. Do you remember that, Kate?
Mm-hmm.
And Arsenal was never going to stay there because they're too big a club. They was always going to do some investment and always try and change it to get back up there. And that was the same. That's the same with us. You know, things have to change, and they are changing. But then you can go 2 years, 3 years down the line of doing fantastic, and then things go wrong and you start dropping again. But that's football. That's why it's so enjoyable. And that's why I believe when you're on a high with your team, enjoy it. You know, go with the ride, because it might not last for that long. That's just football. I mean, unless your Man City over the last 5-6 years, you know, every other team's had their up and downs. Look at Liverpool, won the league, won the Champions League, right? And then they just dropped, and they had to fight to get back into fourth. You know, it's just football.
The odds for league title is Man City 4-7, Arsenal 9-2, Liverpool 5-1, Tottenham 10-1, Aston Villa 66-1. So they've actually got Arsenal as second favourites above Liverpool.
Yeah, which I think is wrong, but I think I don't know. No, see, you can look at that and look at Arsenal. Have they kicked in yet?
No.
You know, I hate Arsenal because I'm a Spurs fan. But you can't take away from what a decent team they are. Yeah. I mean, look, I'm looking forward to it, right? And I'm enjoying it, and I want to see how it all unfolds. You know, and I don't believe you to win the league, you have to be the best team overall in the league. Like I don't mean to win the league, you've got to be the best team over that season. But like Man City are the best team in the league. No one can say they're not, right? They are the best team in the league. But it's not about just beating Man City. It's about being consistent, beating all the other teams. You know, you can lose to Man City and still win the league.
Jim's actually got a Spurs top on. It's not mustard, it's bright yellow, but the lighting's not great in the front room. Come on, the Ange Train platform, 5th spot, please. Our odds kept down every week. Tracy, do you think Ten Hag has gone away from his original tactic? Anana was got into play out from the back, but he seems to be going long ball. Anana worries me. Like, if I was a Man United fan, he does some brilliant saves, but he also is, I don't know, I can't put my finger on it. Whether it's because
he's a bit like Grobbelaar.
Yeah, I think he needs to settle into the league maybe a bit more. Jim's become a cult hero. I love his optimism and never gets personal. Well done, fella.
No need to get personal with people. You know,
no.
They're entitled to their opinions, and I respect everyone's opinion, even if it's a crap one. I still respect it. You know, people probably think my opinion's crap, but so what? Let them think it.
I do.
I know that. You tell me often enough.
I was looking at some stats from the game. It said basically we had one shot on target, which is appalling, I have to say. 76% possession. Romero completed 139 passes. Next one down was Van der Ven at 94. Then Sarr at 65. Biss at 61. Porro at 60. 139 passes is a lot compared to the next one down being 94. That's massive. We had 61 dangerous attacks to their 55, 68 attacks to their 40. We had 4 shots off target to their 3 shots off target. This shows it was a real close game, which is,
it was a close game, Kate. And if you watch the game, I've rewatched the game, right? I rewatched the game completely, and I rewatched the second half. And there's Jose, and there's a lot of cracks. I see a lot of cracks in our team, right? But we've got, this is where I don't panic, right? Because we've got 10 days off till the next game. And the next game is 10 days away. Ange's going to work with them, and he's going to sit down. He said that he wasn't pleased with the first half, right? But he's going to sit down and he's going to go through it with them and put them in. Hello, Savva.
Savva's like Candyman. You say his name 3 times and he appears.
I've heard my name a lot this morning. I've heard my name a lot.
He's going to put them. He's going to put them right on where they're going wrong. It's all about working with them, and he's got 10 days to work with them now.
Yeah. Savva asked to come on because obviously his name's been thrown about this morning.
Nicely, Savva.
So.
It's been thrown about nicely, not horribly.
Nicely by us, but unacceptably by others, or one particular other. So
yeah, not only one.
Look, yeah. Listen. I wake up to loads of comments in my chat which are just absolutely disgusting. I'm sorry. I don't care if I'm one of the only realistic Tottenham fans left. I'm sorry, but all of these things that I'm being criticised for time and time again, I keep hearing every single season, and I'm waiting to be wrong. I'm waiting to be wrong. And I've not been wrong yet, but yeah, every year it's fans like me that are talked about, right? I'm just going to say something. Somebody said to me this morning that the level-headed, sensible, pragmatic people are now called negative. And the people that just ride on emotion and feelings are now being called positive. This is not how the world works. If I wake up one morning and go, I think Spurs are going to win a title, I expect to be challenged. Why?
No,
Based on what? Not, oh my God, Savva's finally joined the Ange Train. This isn't about Ange. This is about there are better football teams than Tottenham Hotspur in the Premier League. There are more experienced managers than our manager in the Premier League. It's unbelievable, the hate. Like, first of all, I've got to say to people, everyone stop what they're saying about Perchie as well. Anytime Perchie and I agree on something, Perchie's Savva's lapdog. Like, can we stop with that? Because you lot are all jumping on this delusional train that we're going to win a league title. And when we don't, I bet none of you will come back and say you were wrong. I bet none of you will. Yeah, okay, but you know what I mean, Jim? Most of the people coming in the chat, none of them are going to come in and go, to be fair, Savva was right. Right? I've just been in another chat where I've seen someone say, even if Spurs won the league, Savva wouldn't be happy. What are you talking about? I've supported Spurs 40 years. I've been waiting to see us win a league for 40 years. Just because I want us to win the league doesn't mean we will win the league.
Savva, you've got to think, right?
I'm sorry, hang on, Jim. I'm so bored of this. Just have faith. Have faith in your club. Believe. That is not what wins league titles.
I know, Savva, listen to me, right?
Oh, I'm so... hang on. Man City do not win league titles because they believe or have faith. Man City win league titles because they got the best footballers and the best manager. We've turned into this fairy 2023 world. Just believe. If everyone believes, we're going to do it. Oh, my God.
Yeah, but Savva, listen to me, right? Listen to me, right? Your opinion is your opinion, and I respect it. And you're probably right. And you are a lot more level-headed. But what you should let people do, right, without calling them delusional, is you let them enjoy the ride, because football's an up and down sport, right? And it's an emotional.
Another throwaway line, Jim.
Let me finish, right?
But
it's an up and down sport. But let me finish. It's an up and down sport, football, right? Sometimes you're doing really well, and other times you're doing bad. And we haven't done well for a long time. So I'm caught up in the emotion of it. I will admit that. And I'm absolutely loving it, right? And I wish to believe. But it doesn't make me wrong because I wish to believe. It makes me caught up in it because I've watched so much dross. I've supported Spurs for 55 years, and I've seen some shit over that time. So I'm caught up in it. And there's nothing wrong with me being caught up in it. But I won't come into your room and listen to your opinions and say that you're a mug. Because your opinions, it's your opinion, and I respect that. So if people want to get caught up with their emotions and enjoy it, just let them do it.
No, but hang on. But the thing is, I've never said they can't. Kate's been on enough shows with me to know. I never sit there and go,
call people delusional.
When they come and attack me for being negative, yes, I do. Right? By the way, I'm going to say it is delusion. Right? And I'm sorry, Jim, what you've just said there, I'll call you out for this. I'm going to call everyone out. I don't care if they're a friend or foe at the moment. I'm calling everybody out. It is delusion, right? What you've just said there isn't correct either, right? This time last year, we were 3 points worse off. Everyone's going on like, hang on. Everyone's going on like this time last year, Spurs were bottom. This time last year, every man and their dog, when I was going, this won't last, everyone said, Conte's a winner. The best start to a season ever. Conte. When it fell off, oh, it's not Conte's fault. It's the owners. This year, we're seeing exactly the same thing. It's we can win the league. Based on what? What? I've asked this question. No one can give me an answer that doesn't involve feelings. Why can Spurs win the league this year when we couldn't last year?
Oh, Jim, I'm going to unmute you now. I had to mute you a little bit, otherwise it won't work if you keep talking over each other.
Because there's a better feeling with the group with Ange, right? They're more together than they was last season, right?
It's a feeling.
Feelings. But that's what football is. It's about feelings.
No,
it's about enjoying it. It's about being caught up in the moment, right? It's about believing. It's not just about stats and You know, this team's better than that team. It's about
Of course
enjoying
it
the
is.
game. It's about enjoying Spurs.
Yes, but Jim, again, right, Jim, you've conflated two arguments. Enjoying Spurs and winning league titles are two different subjects. No, you don't know, because what people like you do and what people do in the chat is they conflate the two arguments. Apparently, because I don't think Spurs are winning the league, it means I can't enjoy anything else that's going on. That's not true.
But that's
For me,
not coming from me.
No.
I don't think that you're not enjoying it. I know you're enjoying it.
Do you know what I'm not enjoying? What I'm not enjoying is that now, if you don't have the opinion of we're winning the league, you're called negative.
And I just brought that up, and I just said that. I said them exact words.
It's madness.
I just, Savva, if you was watching earlier, I just said that, them exact words. No, you can't.
So I'll ask again. So I'm going to ask again, because what I said, you proved me right within the first sentence of your response. Without feelings. Feelings do not win league titles.
Yes, 100%.
The
Right.
players
But the
feel
thing is, you
better.
can't
Great.
stop feelings. You can't stop when you're a passionate football fan.
No,
and I
no, that's not what I'm asking. That's not what I'm asking.
Savva, listen to me. Let me finish. I know what you're saying, right? But what I'm saying to you is, right, I love Tottenham after my family, right? Tottenham's the biggest thing in my life. And I can't stop the emotion. Like, I can't stop my emotion for Kate because I love her to death. I would die for my wife, right? I can't stop my emotions for Tottenham. It's the way I feel. But that doesn't make me wrong for feeling that way. I'm not like you. I'm not on an even kill, right? I bring emotions into it. But that doesn't make me wrong. It doesn't make me wrong. It makes me how I feel. And I believe we can. I believe we can go one game at a time. I believe we can go one game at a time and go toe to toe with anybody. Right? If it doesn't turn out that way, I will come onto the stream.
I'll come back to you.
Onto the stream.
Based on what?
Based on our team. We will
So
pick up. Savva, it's so hard to debate with you, right? Because you know you believe in what you believe in, and you won't listen to other people.
No, because I'm telling you
I'm asking for
one game
at a time.
I'm telling you.
I'm telling you one game at a time, right? We went toe to toe with Arsenal. We went toe to toe with Liverpool, right? They're two of the best teams in the league. Yes, we did. We watched the game. Well, I believe we did. You believe we never. I believe we did.
We didn't, though. I agree with Savva.
This is what I mean. Jim, everything. Do you know what? Again, listen, dude, you know I love you. This is not personal. This is football, right? But again, listen to what everyone says. All I've heard come out your mouth is believe, passion, feelings, emotion. Yes, that's brilliant. But why did Man City win the treble? It was nothing to do with...
Because they're the best team in the league.
Right. They didn't win it because their fans had the emotions, the feelings, the belief. They won it because they've got the best footballers, right? Why did Liverpool win the league a few years ago? They won it because they had the best team. The problem with this is we can't just rewrite history. That Liverpool game, none of us know what would have happened if the goal had been given or if they had 11 men. But to say we went toe-to-toe with them, when the game was 11 men v 11 and 10 v 11, they looked like they were going to open us up at will. We didn't go toe-to-toe with them. Before they had the men sent off, we didn't look like we could touch their back four in any way, shape or form. But you're rewriting history with, we went toe-to-toe with them. No, we didn't.
Well, I thought we did. Maybe I see a different game to you.
Okay,
listen, I'll tell you what. Let's agree to disagree on that one, right? Because we can't go round in circles. Okay.
Let's just make so what you're saying is we're allowed to make things up. Is that
what's going on? I thought we played really well against them, right?
In the first half an hour before the red card,
listen to me. My opinion's my opinion, right? You can't take that away from me, right? Your opinion's your opinion. But let's see how we go from now on.
I'm going with the facts of the game. They were all over us.
Well, we beat them 2-1. That's the fact.
Yeah, but that's not. So I just need, just for clarity, so that I know I'm not going insane. So you think in that first half an hour against Liverpool, before they had the man sent off, before the disallowed goal, that we went toe to toe. You thought we were good.
Yeah. I do. I've rewatched that game 3 times, and I thought we played well.
We're not living in a. This is the thing. We're not living in reality. We're not living in reality.
All right. Well, if we're not
Liverpool,
living in reality, I like my dreamland because I'm enjoying it.
that's cool. That's cool, but it is a dreamland.
Oh,
Arsenal,
maybe it is.
let's be fair. Arsenal, first half an hour, Arsenal were a better team than we were. Yeah?
And the second
Is that
half?
fair? Right?
Yeah, that's fair.
Right. Okay, so Arsenal, we went toe-to-toe with. Liverpool, the first Liverpool, even when they went down to 10 men, they took our back four to the cleaners. Like, they looked like they were going to score with every attack they had. And I don't remember us having any real chances against them before they went down to 10 men and their goals disallowed.
Right, let's push them aside, right? Because they're the past. We got 3 points against Liverpool. That's all that really matters, right?
Sure.
What we can do now is we can go one game at a time, right? And I think I don't believe, right, there's any game going to wipe any team going to wipe the floor with us, right? I'm not saying we're not going to lose, right?
Yeah.
Who goes for a season without losing? The only team is Arsenal, right? They've done it once. I think we'll go toe to toe with anybody, and let's see over there. I'll come on your show, Savva, in a month's time if you'll have me on. And we'll talk again about it.
Of course, we can. But the problem is, I mean, look, even when reading the chat now, like, everyone wants nice feeling. That's great. We're doing well. The problem is, if anyone actually listens to my analysis of Tottenham, we are where I thought we would be. The football is slowly improving, right? Huh?
Top of the league. Is that what you thought?
No, but that's the false. But
I'm
the
joking,
thing is,
Sam, I'm joking.
After 10 games, it doesn't mean anything, which is what our fans will never understand, right? It's what the Arsenal fans didn't understand last year. For me, what's better is we've got a manager who's trying to breathe new life into the club, and we've got a manager who's trying to play football. It's not always working. In patches, it is, and I believe the football will get better. Right? We've got a manager who's got a clear plan and a philosophy, which is what I wanted. The problem is now people are going from that to we are winning a league title, like, with no basis on which to put it on other than.
Let me ask you a question,
feelings.
right? Let me ask you a question, right? Why does it bother you so much that people think like that?
It bothers me because when I don't say it, look at the comments. The comments are Savva's negative. Savva's never happy. Savva said the same thing last year. Savva said the same thing when Pochettino had us apparently going to win a league. Savva said the same thing when Jose had us top. It's too many emotions, right?
But, Savva, right? Let me tell you something. Last night when I was in your room, right, I was watching the chat, right, and there's as many people stick up for you as there is that go against you. There is, Savva.
I can assure you, Jim. Jim, I'm on YouTube all day and in different chat rooms, comments rooms. I just went on into Saeed TV and I've got people in the chat saying Savva's not one of us. Savva isn't a real Spurs fan. Savva hates Postecoglou. I need to remind people that most of this fan base were telling me Postecoglou, right, was a nobody from the Scottish League when I was the one saying this is good for Spurs. But that's gone from this is good for Spurs to we're winning a league title after 10 games against 8. Is it 8 of the bottom 11 we've played? Talking about winning league titles. But the thing is, Jim, what I want to know is, this is what I will never be able to have a proper football debate with people. When I say to people, right, talk to me why we're going to win the league, but stop, take all the feelings and emotion out of it. Talk to me about football. Why are we winning a league?
Savva, you just said, right, I laughed when you was talking because it's quite funny what you said. I'm not taking the piss out of you, but you said we've gone from, I can't do it because I've only got one hand, but you said we've gone from here to here and our people have changed. But that's what emotion does to people. It's all emotions. Of course. But see, you've got Savva, listen to me, right? I'm not. I don't want you to think I'm being rude here because I would never be rude to you. You know that I wouldn't be rude to anyone in the chat, right? Only if they're having a go at someone. But you're a bit like RDT. What's his name? RDD2 or something. A robot. You're a bit like a robot.
R2D2.
R2.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not.
Listen, let me finish.
Let me finish. Dreamland.
Can I finish? You're a bit like a robot with football. You're so level-headed. And it's like for
You
you.
mean I'm an adult? You mean I'm an adult?
Let me tell you something. I'm an adult, Savva. Believe me, I've
Sure,
been more
but
through
not
my
about
life.
football.
I've
You've
been
said
more
you
through
live in
my
a
life
dream
than you could
world.
ever believe. So don't start
But-
saying that. I'm an adult, believe me.
But you said yes,
Right?
but your football opinion
Let
is
me
dream
finish.
world, right?
Let me finish. There's nothing wrong with having a dream world. I never dreamed that I
Sure.
would marry. I never dreamed
Sure,
I'd
but
marry
then
Kate.
people like me shouldn't be
never dreamed
vilified
I'd
because I
marry
don't want to
Kate.
believe in the delusion.
I never dreamed I'd marry Kate, but I married her. Right? You're on a.
It's got
You're on
nothing
a.
to
You're
do-
on.
These things have got
Listen to
nothing
me.
to do with it.
Listen to me. It is. It's all about having dreams. You're on an even kill, right? And for you, it's quite black and white, right? And black and white is we're not the best team in the league, right? We're never gonna be in front of Arsenal, Man City, and Liverpool. We're gonna finish fourth or fifth. Is what you think, right?
It's what
But
I
it's
know.
not people. But
It's what
listen to
you
me,
know
Savva.
as
Let
well.
me finish. Savva, I've been around the block a bit. Just listen to what I'm saying for 1 minute, right?
Right, Colin.
Everybody doesn't think like you, right? A lot of people don't think like you. There's not many people on this planet that are on an even kill, right? People are up and down with emotions. Like you just said, the people were here when you can roll your eyes, but this is
It's that
true.
word again, emotions.
Yeah,
It's
but there's nothing wrong with
emotions.
emotions. There's nothing wrong with emotions. That's what makes the world tick.
So,
You
let me
know,
ask you a
you're
question.
emotional on your wedding day, right? When your grandmother dies, you're
Can we
down.
please stop bringing in things that have nothing to do with football, right?
But it's all about football. Is emotion, Savva.
Yes,
It's emotions.
yes,
It puts you on a high,
yes,
right? One
yes.
day, the next weekend, it puts you on a low. It's called emotions.
Emotions don't dictate truth.
I know,
Emotions. Hang
yes,
on.
you're right. But it makes people feel how they
Emotions.
feel. And some people 1 week could think, "Oh my God, we're going to win the league," and then we lose 2 games, and they think, "Oh my God, we'll be lucky to finish."
Which
in the
is
top
why
4.
this whole thing is ridiculous.
It's not
Which
ridiculous.
is why emotions.
It's part
Listen,
of life.
no, but no, it's not part of life. No, it's not part of life, right? Sorry, no. Outside of football, yeah. Well, I mean, you keep bringing up these nonsense points of when I got married, when you got married, when this person dies. They're real life events, right? Real life events.
Football's real life.
If I sit here, no, it's not. If I sit here
So
and
what's football
say,
then? What is it? A cartoon?
if I sit here and say, oh my God, Spurs are going to win the league, I'm so emotional. That's not real. That's not real.
In your world, it's not real, right?
Hang on. Let me finish.
In a lot of people's world,
Hang on,
it is real.
Hang on, Jim.
You mute me.
Just believing something doesn't make it the truth. Just believing something is great. Have a goal, have an aim, right? But all of this it's absolutely crazy when every answer you've given me, this is the thing. If you've noticed, I've been on the show for 12 minutes now. Every question I've asked you about football, you've responded with emotion. Right, hang on. Right? And this is what I mean, right? You've got idiots like Ronnie in the chat going, is Savva going to celebrate if we win the league? Look how dumb people are, right? People are dumb, right? This is nonsense, right? You've been here before as a Spurs fan. Kate's been here before. I've been here before, right? I get emotional about things. That doesn't mean I think it's the truth. If I play the lottery tonight, I can believe I'm going to win it. It doesn't make it true because the probability is I'm not. I can say that I think Spurs are going to win the league title, but when I look at everyone's squad and the fact that we're 10 games in, you know and I know Spurs aren't winning this league title, don't we, Jim? You know we're not winning it. You just don't want to admit it because you're on this train of fault. You know we're not winning it, don't you?
No. How can I know, Savva? Let me speak without you interrupting. How do I know we're not going to win it? We're standing top of the league after 10 games. There's another 28 games to go, right?
Sure.
Ask me in a month after we've played Villa, Newcastle, City, right? Maybe I'll give you a different answer, but right at this time, I can't say that. I can't say no, right? I can give you reasons why we've got a chance of winning this league.
Can I hear some of them?
Yeah, the team's
That aren't
improving game.
emotion.
The team's improving game by game, right?
No, it's not. It's not.
Can I finish without you
though.
interrupting? Mute
But
him,
it's
Kate,
not
mute him.
true.
Mute
These
him.
are not truths.
Mute him, right? They're getting better and better under Ange, right? He said, right, that we're going to work on all the things that we're doing wrong. So we've got 10 days. We'll see how they go the next game, right? He said this game, we're at the snippet of what we're starting at this club. We're going to get better and better as time goes on. We've got a good squad, a good team, not a squad. That was the wrong word. We've got a good 11, right? We've got Bentancur back. There's some reasons. Why can't we? You can only beat what is in front of you. So we've beat 8 of the teams that have been in front of us and drew 2. So let's see how we go when we play Newcastle. Let's see how we go when we play Villa. Let's take it game by game and see how we go. But I refuse not to believe. I don't want to sit here thinking my team, right? They're not going to win this. I have to believe we're going to win it. I think we can win the FA Cup as well. But let's see how we go, right? You can laugh, Savva, but it's what football does to people. Yeah, unmute him. Go on, unmute him.
This is what I mean, though. It's like, cool, I get it, but it's people that have been there, seen it, done it. You've got the T-shirt.
I've been there, seen it, done it.
Right, hang on. Been there, seen it, done it. We see this all the time. I don't know how many times I've had these conversations over the years when we've been top or when we've got a new manager or this or that, the other. And I'm told I'm wrong. I'm told I'm negative. When reality kicks in, when what I'm saying comes true, then those people try and find a different way. I've heard it all. Best start to a season. Hang on. Best start to a season since 60-61. All right. And we're only 2 points clear of teams who are better than us. Right. I've heard it all. The team's getting better game on game. The last 4 games haven't been good. We've not been getting better. We played well against Arsenal. We've not got better since then. We looked good v Burnley. We've not got better since then. Hang on.
Hang on, Jim. Hang on.
Hang on.
Jim, I've muted you. You can't be heard. So hang on a minute.
But again, the difference is, right? I want to know, like this guy. I've asked this guy, right? This guy came in earlier and said whatever he said to me, and that's fine, right? I'll put $5,000 with this guy. Let's see. This looks like a new fan that supports Spurs because Postecoglou's here, right? I'll bet $5,000 Spurs don't win the league. Right? Now, if Spurs win the league, I'm happy and I've given away $5,000. If Spurs don't win the league, a charity gets $5,000. But I want people to put their money where their mouth is. There is too many mouthy people. We're going to win the league. We're getting better game on game. We're not getting better game on game. Palace wasn't good to watch. That wasn't better than the beginning of the season. The Fulham game was, the second half was the worst half of the season. That wasn't getting better game on game. Luton was awful. That wasn't better game on game. So again, these things are being said that are just feelings without factual evidence. Why are we getting better game on game?
Now,
yeah, go on.
Because Ange said he's going to, every game he's working with them, we're going to get better, right? In the training, he's
didn't answer the question.
All right, well, listen, right? If you, I think there's been snippets in games we've looked really, really good, and I said before you come on, right? I've seen a lot of stuff in the games that has worried me. I said that before you come on, that there was, especially in the Palace game in the first half. But look, right, football changes, Savva, right? And because we've had a lot of bad times, doesn't mean this time's going to be bad. I just said before you come on, or I don't know if you was on here, Arsenal were on a real slump a few seasons ago. And I said to Kate, enjoy this because it's not going to last, right? And it hasn't lasted. They're getting back up there. So it can change for us. We're just another football club. There's no reason to say that this time it's going to be the same as last year or the year before. And I wish to believe, right, that Daniel Levy will back Ange, right? And I know that won't believe again. I can't say that he is going to back him because I don't know, because I haven't got a crystal ball.
Okay, but the thing is, I'm I'm taking, yeah, but the thing is, the difference is I'm taking my 23 years of evidence versus your belief system, right?
Yeah,
This is the
right.
thing. In life, this
and
is
I
the
don't
problem.
disrespect you for that.
No, that's fine. That's fine.
Your opinion.
But the problem is,
I agree with you with your opinion. You're entitled to that, and I would never say to you you're wrong because it's your opinion, and you could be right, but I could be right as well.
Yeah, I mean, but any club can say, yeah, I think we can win the league this year. I believe, I'm positive. That's great. But at what point do we bring this down to the cold, hard facts about football debate rather than what Spurs fans have turned into? Unfortunately, you are one of these people now, right? What you have done, what loads of these fans in the channel are doing, we've turned into a feelings football club rather than looking at the cold, hard facts, right? We are top after 10 games. Yes, 10 games. A league title has never, ever, ever been won in October.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that.
Right? We have not played most of the teams in the top half of the table. So surely fans at least wait till we've played everyone before they start talking about winning a title. We never back a manager in January, ever. We never have. But now you believe it's happening this year. Great. Yeah. Okay, cool. Right. I hear that every year as well. I heard that was going to happen under Jose. I heard that was going to happen under Conte. I heard that was going to happen under Poch and under Redknapp and under Yol. Never, ever, ever, ever happened. Right. But now this year's different. Why? Why is this year different?
It feels different, Savva. It feels different. We got Ange
feelings
in,
again.
Right?
Not with the feelings. I'm asking for facts.
Yeah,
why is it different?
Listen to me. Ange, you watch Ange's interview, right? He's got something about him. You've got to admit that, right? He said he's going to change that. Look, you can wipe your eyes. He said he's going to change the club.
I'm not getting any answers.
Well, let me finish then, right?
But you're not answering.
He's going to change the top.
Every answer is the same.
He's going to change the club from top to bottom, right? Well, we've seen some good football with this team at times, right? We've brought in better players. We've brought in better players than we've had for a long time.
Yes.
Some. Yeah, so it does.
So we've not bought good players in the past.
There's a feeling. I know you don't like this word feeling, but there's a feeling around the club.
You haven't given me.
We're going to do better this year, and we're going to kick on.
But the problem with this, right? The problem with this for me is, again, I've asked a football question, and every sentence starts with feelings or what Ange just said.
So what's the football question? Give it to me again.
I mean, I've asked 10 times. I can't keep asking again. Right. Football reasons as to why it's different and why we're winning the league.
Because we've got a better team, we've got a better manager, and we're going to kick on and we're going to buy better players. Yeah, there's a football reason. I can't predict the future. I can only tell you, right, without use. I can't use the word. I've got to use the word feeling and belief because this is how I feel.
Okay.
You know, I can't give you
feelings. As soon as you say this is how I feel, I just ignore it. Just so you know, when you say I just feel it, it goes over my head. I hear this every year.
The proof of being the pudding in a month's time, and we'll see where we are.
The four things, right, that you just
said. You're so hard to debate with because you're very.
Because I don't do feelings.
Yeah, because
I don't do feelings. I talk football.
You're just on an even kill, right? Life is not like that, Savva.
Football is like that. Yes, it is. Football is like that.
Of course, it's not black and white.
Okay, so let me tell you, Jim. Last year, what you're saying, right? What you're saying is everything the Arsenal fans said last year. Right? Okay, hang on. Everything the Arsenal fans. It's different. This manager's better. We're going to back the manager in January, right? None of those things were true. They didn't back the manager with enough in January.
I didn't say it last year.
Hang on. Right? They didn't back the manager with enough in January, right? Their manager wasn't better, right? And the team wasn't good enough to go on and win the title because, funnily enough, unlike feelings, the facts are the team with the best players and the best manager won the league because it's over 38 games, not 10. Second of all, your 4 points that you just said, I want to take them. I want to pick them all apart.
We're going to run into Ben's time in a minute. It's 2 o'clock. Right.
Okay, well, I'll be done in 60 seconds. Right. 1, We've got a better manager than what? We've had Jose, we've had Conte, we've had Potts, we've had Redknapp. All at us top. At the time, I heard exactly the same thing of all of them. 2, right? 2, we've got a better team. This team's nowhere near as good as the team Pochettino had that was second.
Oh my God.
Right, hang on. No, hang on. Let me finish, right? If we're going to do this, let me finish. I'm talking football, right?
Yeah.
1, we've got a better manager. Based on what? Based on 10 games playing against the worst teams. Cool. 2, right? We've got a better team. This team is nowhere near as good as the team Pochettino had that finished second and were unbeaten at home. Nowhere near as good.
We don't need that. We don't know that.
Hang on. But we do know that yet, because at the moment that team did it and proved it, finished second and went unbeaten an entire season at home.
Yeah, but this team hasn't had the chance to get to that stage yet. So let's see.
That's my Jim. If you
they're
let me get there,
of their journey,
right? If you let me get there, this is my point. So you're claiming things that haven't happened. 3, Levy's going to back him in January. Since when? Since when has that happened? Again, it's a feeling. And 4, we're going to kick on.
Right? Because it's happened in the past. Things change. You know, I used to take drugs and I stopped.
No. Keep it football. Keep it football. I'm sick of all these analogies that have nothing to do with football.
You've got to have an analogy. Maybe Levy's going to change and back him in January. It's an analogy. You know, who says Levy's not going to back him? Some people, Savva, listen to me, right? People do things for years and years and years, and they change like that. Maybe Levy's learned his lesson, and he's going to back Ange. You can't say that he's not going to back him. You're presuming. Well, yours is a feeling. You've got a feeling.
No, it's not. Mine is, Jim, mine is on factual evidence.
From the past, but people change. It's life. People change.
Jim, I have fans like you.
Savva, listen to me. I'm loving this, right? But it's running into Ben's time, and I don't like overlapping on Ben. It's not fair.
You're allowed to overlap. You can start an intro.
But it's not fair. I don't like doing
you've got a couple of minutes, Jim. Don't worry, you've got a couple of minutes.
Can I just give throw 50 pence into the hat here? Literally, just because listen, I think what it is I'm going to sit on the fence here, splinters up my backside for just 1 second for the base of this argument. Listen, no one has got a problem with people getting excited and enjoying it. Enjoy it. But the thing is what happens here is, and this is where I think people completely miss it. People in the chat just start hurling abuse, going, yeah,
but I don't. Do you know what?
No, Jim, this is on you. This is on
Jim,
you.
let him finish.
I'm not saying you're doing that. What I'm saying is this is what happens, right? We had this last season. Everyone was saying we're going to go and win the league under Conte. We finished 8th.
Yeah.
We had this under Pochettino. We're going to win the league. We didn't win the league. So when we talk about feelings, there's nothing wrong with that. In the context of it all, there's nothing wrong with that. But there's no evidence to back up that we're going to win the league this season. If, by the way, and people in the chat all say, if we do win the league, we're all happy because we want to win the league, right? Of course we want to win the league. And this is the bit, but the difference is that I watched enough of Tottenham to go, Daniel Levy's not going to do it, the right thing that he needs to. We can think he might change. If he does, that is against historical facts, right? Historical facts that Daniel Levy is going to change it and go, we need 3 players. Me and you, Jim, after the show yesterday, me and you had a chat behind the scenes and stuff, and we agreed we need about 7 players.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Challenging. So, and then the next question I asked was, are Spurs going to sign 7 players in January?
No. We need. I said to you, Perchy, we need 7 players to challenge on all fronts, right?
Yeah, but we need 7 players to challenge for the league title.
Look. Maybe I'm different, right? Maybe I'm different. The difference between me and a lot of fans, if we don't win the league, I won't sit here and cry, right? If we finish 5th, I won't sit here and cry because I will say I absolutely loved watching us play football and enjoyed the journey being at the top, being able to smile and say we're at the top. You know, I don't get.
There's nothing wrong with that, right?
When we finished 8th last season, I never cried my eyes out. I said it is what it is, and that's the way I am. I won't cry if we don't win the league, but I'll tell you something. I will definitely sing if we win the league.
Listen, that's fine, but I think that's the bit for it, right? That's the key bit. If we win the league, great, happy days, like, right. But it's against. It is. I can't think of it. It is against what happens, right? It is a jink in the actual fact what happened. What will happen this season? We all know what. I think deep down we all know what happens this season. We can all sit there and go, I feel like we're going to win the league. We're going to.
They truly believe
what's going to happen is Man City are going to finish with 95 points at the end of the season. Spurs are going to finish anything between 70 to 85.
Spurs are going to finish where?
I said I think Tottenham are going to finish between 3rd and 6th. Basically, is what I think. I think we're going to finish. I think if all things go our way, we finish 3rd. If we don't, the problem is this is the difference. Let's put Man City and Tottenham in 2 different brackets, right? Man City lose Haaland and De Bruyne, they still win games of football. Spurs lose James Maddison and Heung-min Son, we don't score goals. That is, and fundamentally, that's
so you've got a crystal ball, have you?
Huh?
You've got a crystal ball.
No, but
you don't know that.
Hang on. But you've got.
Hang on. You don't know that until it happens and we lose them and we play games.
But it's going to happen at some point. Yes, it may not both of them, but it's going to happen at some point. We're looking at Manchester City without their best player right now, and they're beating teams comfortably.
Other people might step up. We can't say that. You're assuming that's going to happen.
That's hope over fact, right?
That's what I mean.
If that's the
case, there's no.
Yeah, but it is a feeling. We've got a feeling that if we lose them 2, we won't score goals. It's not a fact.
Well, that's because, but Jim, you've got to look at the evidence of that. When we've taken Sonny and Maddison off in games, then there's been no creativity at all.
Spot on. When James Maddison and Heung-min Son come off the pitch,
I'm not going to start assuming that we're not going to win games if we lose them. We'll have to wait and see.
Jim, but what Kate's right, what Kate's saying is right. Look at the evidence when Heung-min Son and James Maddison get subbed off the pitch. Use that as your evidence here.
Yeah, and I agree with what you're saying there, but I'm not going to sit here and say we're not going to score goals. And who's to say they're going to get injured? We don't know that.
No, but if they don't, we've got very, 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 very lucky. But we can't base it on luck. We got to base it on fact. When Man City lose 2 players, whether or not they lose two key players, they're still winning games of football. Their best players still out injured. They haven't had Kevin De Bruyne. I think he's played. Someone made it. They played 25 minutes all season. That's their best player, right? And that's the difference. When they lose De Bruyne and Haaland, they put in Alvarez.
You know what,
they put in Bernardo Silva. They put in Foden.
You can go on about Man City and you can go on about Liverpool. I don't really give a shit about them. I give a shit about us, right? And at the minute, listen,
beat, right?
Listen to me. You can shake your head, right?
It's not football talk.
It's football talk to me because I don't care what players they got in and out. I care about what players we got in and out.
You've got to. They're the teams to beat. They're the teams we have to beat. Of course, you've got to worry about Liverpool and Arsenal.
Yeah, but let's wait until we come up against them, and then we'll take it from there. I'm not going to wish De Bruyne to be injured because I don't want players to be injured. I'd rather play Man City right with their full squad to see where we are. I don't want them to play. Kate, you know me. I never want a player to get injured. When the Arsenal player got injured bad, what did I say to you?
No,
I was gutted for him.
But that's not. I think that's not what we're sort of talking here. I think. Do you know what? This is the bit. This is the bit for me, Jim. Though this is the bit I think we missed, right? And this is genuinely the bit we missed. When we say, when we play Man City, listen. I'm going to put this. I don't think it will happen, but I'm going to say it now. We could beat Manchester City. Still doesn't mean we're going to win the league.
Of course not. I agree with that 100%.
For us, the key bit here is Man City have set the benchmark up here.
Yeah.
And this is the bit. It's not like 15 years ago where you could win the league with 80 points. You need to have 90 plus points to be in the conversation. 90 plus points. And I worked it out. That works out to something like you've got to amalgamate. I mean, draws are so different. Amalgamate 30 wins out of, you've got to get 30 wins out of 38. Now that, I know it's slightly different with draws and stuff, but you've got to basically get 30 wins to be in the conversation. I'm not talking about winning it at this point, in the conversation, because Man City are up here.
Listen. Can I just bring this just to a level? The difference is, and I understand why people in chats and that get annoyed with me. I understand because they think I'm emotionless. I'm not emotionless. You know, the problem is I've been here, seen this, and done this so many times before that I can't just keep being delusional. I can't. I used to when I was younger. It was we're going to win this. We're going to win the cup. I've heard every year for the last 15, 16 years that Spurs are going to win the League Cup or FA Cup, and we never do. But I'm always wrong. I've heard for years and years and years, we're going to win the league with this manager. It's different. We never do, but yet somehow I'm still wrong, right? After 10 games, there isn't a title challenge. So people just coming out with these wishy-washy, we're in it until we're not. There isn't a title challenge. There are 5 teams separated by 4 points, right? 5 teams, 4 points. Are all 5 of them in a title challenge? No, because it's not a title challenge yet. The same people.
That's ridiculous. It's a title challenge from day one when you kick off.
No, it's not.
It's not. Okay, if it's a title challenge from day one, okay,
you're fighting to win the league.
So if it's a title, yeah, but that's wishy-washy. Not everyone can win it. If it's a title challenge from day one, so last year Spurs were in a title challenge until 10 games in, where we dropped off. Is that right?
Well, last year, I'm not even going to talk about last year with you.
No. See what I mean?
Because listen to me. Last year, even when we was, listen to me. Even when we was winning games, I hated it.
That's not the point. Football. That's not style. Is not what we're talking about. You said, Jim. This is the thing. Stick on point. People don't win. This is the problem. You know when I say something.
Why don't you just switch it off and go over to Ben, because it's just frustrating. It's frustrating talking to you, Savva.
You're never going to agree.
It's frustrating, Jim. I could say it's frustrating talking to someone that's not talking football. Look what you've just done. You said title challenge from day one. So I've asked the obvious question.
Yes, we was in one last season.
So last year we were in a title challenge.
Well, we was at the top, and then all of a sudden you get to a position where you're shit and you can't win it, and so you're not in it no more. That goes for every single team. You're right. There's only so many teams in it, but I never thought. Listen to me, Savva. I never thought one second last season that we would ever win a title. I never even thought we'd finish in the top 4. Well, because I wasn't caught up in the emotion, and I wasn't enjoying the football, and I didn't believe in anything. But this year is different.
Villa in a title race.
Of course they are, because they're only just behind us.
But can I? I'm going to sort
Why are Villa not in a title race?
Hang on, let me meet in the middle here, because I'll be in the balance here for a reason here for this part. So, from the context of the style of play, now we're now in a title race, but we weren't last year. I'm not. By the way, just hear me out for just 1 second when anyone jumps in. I think we have to be really sensible with this. We can't judge anything until we've played 19 games. You can't judge it, because, as I put into the chat earlier, Spurs have played 3 of the top 10. 3. And we've played.
Do you know what, Archie? Do you know what? Listen to me.
Hang on, Jim. Hang on.
But this is the context, right? We used it earlier. We used Liverpool in the chat as a debate. That was the debate we were having in the chat. Liverpool played 6 of the top 10. We've played 3 in Man United, Liverpool, and Arsenal. But we've played 7 of the bottom 10, including 5 of the bottom 7. By the way, that includes Sheffield United, Burnley, Luton Town. Fulham are in that conversation, and Bournemouth.
Yeah.
So let's be fair with it, right? If we're going to talk about title charge or whatever you want to call it, I'm not sitting there stopping people to get excited. I'm not stopping that. What I'm trying to say is wait until everyone's played each other once, then let's see. Because we still got to. By the way, we still got to go play Aston Villa, Newcastle, Man City, Brighton. Let's see how we get past these teams that are very, very good footballing sides.
Perchy, listen to me.
Chelsea, not going to be an easy game, whether we like it or not. Still got to play Chelsea next week.
Yeah, and look. Listen to me, Perchy. I agree with everything you're saying there, right? I agree with you that we haven't played them. I can only go by what I feel and what I'm enjoying and what I'm seeing, right, up till now, right? I've said to Savva twice already. In a month, I'll come back on and talk to you about it, and we'll see where we are. We debate it again. Right? But I'm going to go game by game. and I'm going to enjoy, and I'm going to believe, right? And I love it the way I'm feeling. No one's going to change my mind. You can talk to me about stats. You can talk to me about teams.
No,
You
listen,
can tell me anything you like. I will not divert from how I feel because I'm loving it. I'm absolutely loving being at the top, and I'm loving it.
Listen, there's nothing wrong with that. Can I ask a simple question? Has the 0 under the L's tainted people's feelings? And hear me out when I say that. Man City have lost 2
under
games.
the L, under the loss, yeah.
Under the losses. Is the big 0 under the losses tainting people's opinions? Because Man City have lost 2 games this season. No, but Man City have lost 2 games this season, right? But they're only 2 points behind us. So I think genuinely the losses at the moment. I'm being honest with this. If we flipped it and we were Man City and we'd already lost 2 games this season, I don't think anyone in our thing would be like, "Oh, we're on a title race here." I'll be honest, I don't think so. I think because
probably not, but that's not the situation, is it? The situation's reversed.
What do you mean? It's not because it's. But the same.
We've all got our own. Let's finish on this, right? Let's finish on this. We've all got our own feelings. We all feel how we feel about it. I'm not saying you're wrong, not by any means of the imagination. I will never sit here. I would never sit here and say that you're wrong or Savva's wrong. You're entitled to how you feel, right? And you're entitled to think how I feel, right? If you think that I'm wrong, that's all right. I don't care. You're not going to switch me. You're not going to switch me until I see top of the table disappear and that slide down there, right? I won't never believe. I stop believing it, but I will come on here and I will say, you know what? I was a muppet. I was wrong. But I will say something. I see you something. I enjoyed it while it was happening.
Right? This isn't what we're trying to say. It's not about right or wrong. I get what you're saying, by the way. I totally understand it. It's not about being right or wrong. I think it's just because I think a lot of us have seen it, right? I think I've seen it before. We've been top of the league. We've been top of the league, by the way, later down in a season. Jose. We were top of the league under Jose, and we didn't win anything. And I think this is. I just sit back and feel now that because it's Ange Postecoglou and we love him. This is. I'm going to flip it for 1 second. If we still had Conte in charge, I couldn't stand him, and we were top right now. I don't think anyone's saying we're in a title race because they're going, we're playing crap football, we're doing this, that, and the other. I don't think anyone says it. But because we love Ange, by the way, I do as well before anyone in the chat. I was one of those at the beginning when everyone was doing #no to Postecoglou. I was one that said, you're all idiots for doing that. I love Postecoglou, but I also really realise that we're nowhere near in the paths of Man City, Liverpool, and Arsenal. Way ahead of us in schedules. If you want to use the term schedule, right? I've said all along, we need 3-4 transfer windows to even be competing with these guys. Yeah, we are right now. Does that mean in May we are? The jury's still out.
We'll see.
Can I just say one last thing before we finish? All I know is, Jim, I mean, I love you to death. You know you do. But if we were watching this debate and it was Arsenal fans, we would be taking the piss out of you.
Ding, winner.
Listen to me. Kate, you know me better than anyone. Would I care?
I know. No, you wouldn't. No, but what I'm saying is you would be calling them deluded idiots and saying they've only played 10 games. They played a load of crap and they think they're going to win the league.
Deluded idiots. I wouldn't
go
in their chat.
You'd say it to me.
This is a difference.
You maybe. I wouldn't go in their chat and slag them down.
Whether someone cares or not doesn't make it right or wrong. This is what I mean. Last season, this is what Arsenal fans did for that long. And Arsenal were in a proper title race after 30 games. Arsenal were in a title race until the 35th game of the season.
Yeah.
Right? And still, everything I said to them then is what I'm saying about Spurs now. And that Arsenal team last year is better than this Spurs team. And everything. Hang on. Everything I said last season is what I'm saying now. I'm not saying anything about my own club that I wasn't saying about the other club. Sometimes facts are facts. We don't have the best players, right? We don't have the best manager. We haven't got the experience to get over the line. It's only 10 games. So when those Arsenal fans were purely delusional, like some of these Spurs fans, cool, get on with it, crack on. No one's telling these people not to be delusional. I find it funny because, again, when they're wrong, right? When they're wrong, they will then try and find a way that it was somehow people like my fault, right? They will find a way to go, oh, but it's his first season. This year wasn't about winning the league, which is what I'm bloody saying, right? It's not about winning the league this year. Football is not a game played over 10 games. It is not played over 10 games, right? If we are top after 30 games of football, we are in a title race. But all of this, we're in a title race until we're not. This isn't a title race.
All right.
10 games.
All right.
But Jim, it's not. We can't just rewrite
it's your opinion,
football.
and I respect that. I'm not going to say you're
it's
wrong.
not. So every year, whoever is in the top 4 or 5 after 10 games is in a title race. That's not how football works.
All right, it's not how football works. It's not, but it's your opinion, and I respect that.
It's not an opinion, is it? That's
it is an opinion.
But it's always been like that. It's always been like that. This time last year,
maybe in Savva's world, but not in everybody's world.
No. So, all right. So this time last year, we were in a title race. Is that I can't get my head around how anyone can
to be in a title race, right? You've got to be up there in the top 4, right? Top 4 or 5.
Not after 10 games.
Yeah, close to each other. Of course you have. It's no good being there on 7, being in number 17. You're not in a title race. If you're in the top 5, right, after 10 games, them 5 are fighting for the title. So it's a title race.
You're not in a title race, in my opinion, until you've played everyone at least once.
You're not right, and I'm wrong. Can I go? Because I want to go into Ben's room. I feel terrible.
Yes, you could go.
All right. See you all later. Right? No, Savva, I don't like overrunning on people. I just think.
Oh, he's gone. And he's gone.
I just.
It's something you'll never ever agree on. He lives in his dream little land, and that's
okay. But then when that bubble has burst, when what he's saying doesn't come true, he's the sort of fan who'll do it again next year, and I'll be told I'm wrong again next year, and I'll be the one sitting. What makes me laugh is it's people that keep their feet on the ground that are always berated the most, but those people are normally right 95% of the time. This is what makes me laugh. I'm not saying anyone shouldn't believe, Kate. Believe, dream, do what you got to do. But it's the amount of shit I get in comments because I don't think Spurs will win a title, because I don't think we're good enough, that I get. Look at the people you've had in your chat. If we win a league, we'll Savva celebrate. I've been a Spurs fan for 40 years.
Yeah, of course you will.
I don't want to see Savva at celebrations. What are you talking about? What are we talking about?
Yeah.
Like,
I know, I agree. And that's what I said. That's what I said to Jacob. I said the same thing. People that are ultra positive make people that are more realistic and level-headed get the most abuse. It's just how it is. It's just society.
Case in point, Kate. Right? I love Jacob to death. I think Jacob's brilliant. Go and follow Jacob. I love Jacob, right? Jacob did the exact same thing last year with Antonio Conte. And I was going, this guy's not right for Spurs. The football isn't sustainable. We're not, hey man, he's a winner. You don't understand this guy. This is why he's been bought with his little figure. Right? Now, a year later, it's, I see that he wasn't the right man, but this year it is right. This is what I mean. Every year, it's the same thing. If these fans had half an ounce of common sense, they would wait until we get past January. Wait till we get past January. Then turn around and say to Muppets like me, Muppets like Perchy, sorry to drag you into this, Perchy, they can turn around to us and go, you guys are Muppets. Look where we are after 27, 28, 30 games. You were wrong. And I can turn around and go, we're in a title race. But they're doing it after 10 games, and I think 6 of the bottom 7. Like, it's... Who have we beaten? Who have we beaten? That? When did we play this football that makes people think we're title challengers? We scraped past Palace. We scraped past Luton. We scraped past Fulham. We scraped past Sheffield United. We drew with Brentford. We scraped past the Liverpool team that had 9 men.
I think...
When did this When did this wonderful football happen that everyone is watching that I'm missing?
But I think
Let it happen before you praise it. Stop praising what might happen. It's mad.
I think this is the bit, right? And I'll end it on this. I think when I mentioned about the 5 of the bottom 7 right now, look at those 5. Look at those 5 games as a case study, right? Whether or not we won them, right? But did we go and batter them? Sheffield United, by the way, one of the worst teams in the Premier League for how long? They were winning the game in the 97th minute. Mark that one. Burnley, I thought we battered them. I thought they went 1-0 up, but we still battered them, right? Good game on the day. Luton Town, again, one of the teams that I was told that was going to get one of the worst points tally in Premier League history. We only got over the line against them. And by the way, they had opportunities. They had a goal scorer. They win that game, right? Next one, Bournemouth. Got over the line, beat them. Wasn't convincing. Got a good result in the day. Fulham, again, patchy, good in the first half an hour. Second half, we were awful. So these are the 5 games in succession. These are games at the moment, right, that are down the bottom. Like, for me, let's go and look. This is what I want people to do. When everyone wants to talk about title races, go and watch Liverpool on the weekend against Luton Town. I bet you they dispatch Luton Town like that. And then you've got to put it into context, right?
Look, I give up. I'm honestly on the verge of giving up. We've literally turned into Arsenal from last year, but not being as good as Arsenal last year. Arsenal last year were dispatching everyone. Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I didn't realize 7.2, but one is purchased. What are you talking about?
What?
Alex. That's Alex. He thinks he's funny. It's my show, but yeah, apparently.
Why can't we say things are looking up, things are going in the right direction? Do you know what? I think we're going to have a positive season. That's what I've said, and I'm negative. Everyone talking about league titles, you're setting yourself up for failure, right? I see teams do this every year. There's always someone at the top of the table, someone in the top 2 or 3 every year after 10, 11 games where you go, oh my God, could this be their year? It never is. It never is their year because cream rises to the top. The best teams win it. Right? Watch Man City yesterday. You know, when we're talking about what if Maddison gets injured, they've got Foden, Grealish, Alvarez, Silva, De Bruyne, Haaland, Docker. They've got Maddisons all over the pitch. And we think why can't we go toe to toe with them? Oh my God. Like, honestly, common sense has gone from all football debates now. And listen, I love Jim. I know he's I love him. But as I said, I couldn't get one answer there that didn't involve the word feeling. This is the problem. I feel it. Do you know what? If I'm having a conversation with my wife and I say, I just feel we should go and buy that £2 million house down the road, she's going to turn around and say to me, we can't afford it. Yeah, but I feel that we should live there. Yeah, but we can't afford it, Richard. Yeah, but wife, I never say her name online. Wife, I want to live there. Yeah, but we can't live there because we don't have the money and the tools. And this is what's happening with Tottenham at the moment. I feel that we're going to win a league. I feel that, like, when I said to Jim there, he said, we're getting better game on game. No, we're not. We've not been bad, by the way, but we've got over the line. Every game isn't. Sorry, tell me if I'm wrong, you two. Are we getting better game by game? I think the last 3 or 4 games have been quite hard to watch.
Yeah, I do get what you're saying, 100%. I don't think we can watch it and say, well, we look better this week than last week.
No, but that's what I mean. Well, I think we did. It's like, come on, we didn't. Even our manager's not happy.
Yeah, our manager's saying it.
Our manager's saying it. Our manager's saying that we've got to be better than we were against Palace and Fulham. But we've got fans going, I think it, I feel it, my emotions say it. great doesn't make it true.
Mm.
Pep Guardiola and Man City don't emotion their way to the league title. When Man City last year, when we beat them, right? No, Rory, that's not true. We're beating the teams we beat last year, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll ask you. Let me ask you, Kate. Last year, Fulham at home. What was the score?
Oh my God, I can't remember. Are you
Right.
joking? My brain's
Fulham
terrible.
at home, 2-1. They scored a goal in the last couple of minutes with Mitrovic, right? And if I remember, we battered them with chances last year. Perchy, Brentford away last year.
Did we draw that? 2-2, right? Yeah.
Brentford away this year.
2-2.
All right. Palace away last year.
Beat them, right? 4-0, wasn't it?
Palace away this year.
2-1, yeah.
Right? Do you see where I'm going with this? Like Bournemouth away last year. We won 3-2. This year we won 2-0. We're beating the teams we should be beating. I'm not doubting that. But all of this that we're amazing. It just I listen, if I'm wrong, I'll be wrong. But I just can't understand. Sorry, I'm just lost for words of my mates. When I'm at my mates laugh because they think it's hilarious how Spurs fans are doing it again.
We're doing it again. It is what it is. There's always going to be the eternal optimists that think with their heart. But this is what I said to Jim before. Last night I said to Jim, you'll never be able to debate with Savva. And he went, why not? I went, because you can't provide evidence to back up what you're saying. It's all based on the fact that you want it to be true rather than it is true. It's like we don't know that Levy's not going to backhand in January, but previous years show us that it doesn't happen. So we can only go on the past.
Facts will always trump feelings. Because I can feel like Richarlison's going to score 20 goals this season. Doesn't mean he will. Do you know what I mean?
Weird that. What about Perchy? With the Richarlison thing, how many people came into my chat at the beginning of the summer going, right, remember all the people having bets with me that he was going to score, 15, 20 Premier League goals. And I'm like, on what? It's just different under Ange. Well, we're seeing it's not. He's not very good. Ben Davis, he'll be better under Ange. What we've seen of him, it's not. He's not very good, right? I think Spurs have got a brilliant manager, right? Let me add some positivity. I think Spurs have got a brilliant manager. I think Spurs, if they give him the right tools in the next few years, can build and can grow, right? I think we can implement a philosophy and identity that we can all be really, really proud of. But that's not happened in 10 games. That happens over years. Man City, Pep didn't turn up and Man City weren't brilliant after 10 games. Man City in the first year under Pep Guardiola finished third, fourth.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Then you start shifting more out and bringing more in and they're all his players. But our fans now seem to not want to go through the process. You know, when you're driving from A to Z, you have to go through all the letters in the alphabet to get there. Our fans want to seem to skip, B to Y. They want to skip B to Y. They just want to be, well, we started with A, we're now at Z. There's a process, there's a plan, there's a path. Like, why is believing in that now wrong? Why is me believing what I believed in the summer now wrong?
Yeah, I get what you're saying 100%. But I think people do get caught up in the moment and in the emotion of it. And
it's fine. Do you know what? I always say this. No worries. It's fine. It's when people get at other people for going, oh, you're negative. Well, I'm negative because I think Spurs are going to finish in the Champions League. And it's the same people. The thing is what's brilliant with YouTube is you know the people that what they've said, and this isn't at Jim, by the way, not at all. But what I'm saying, this is at certain people in comments that were, oh my God, where's your ambition because you wanted Postecoglou as manager? And the same people now in chats going, oh, well, you must hate Postecoglou because you don't think he's going to win the league. So 3 months ago, you didn't even want him as manager. Like that's where it becomes ridiculous to me. It's
Right.
It swings like this. It's like, oh well,
Savva, you've got no ambition because you want Postecoglou. Right? No ambition. I remember when I backed the signing of Vicario. Oh, where's your ambition? Where's a better player? When I backed the signing of Van der Ven, where's your ambition? Why didn't we get Tapsoba? All of these things happen, and now these same people are, oh my God, you don't think we can win a title? These were the same people belittling the signings, belittling the signing of the manager. But now after 10 games, he's the best manager ever we've had, and we're winning league titles.
It's the same. I had it with the dog. I had it with the doggy. People going, oh, you're playing up to Daniel Levy so he doesn't have to sign a left back because we've got a 20-year-old coming in, and now he's considered the best left back in the Premier League. It's like people. What it is people that sit here that don't really go up and down, sit really balanced, but everyone else that does this on this roller coaster of we're great. Because hear me out. What happens? I'm not saying it happens. What if we lose to Chelsea, lose to Wolves, lose to Villa, then lose to Man City? I'm not saying it happens. We lose those 4 games. All of a sudden, we're going to be, oh, no, we're still in a title race. We're going to win it all. 3 games can change your season. It happened last season with Arsenal. It took them 3 games to lose the title. 3 games. Just saying.
Yeah. Yeah, I will say one thing. I never wanted Postecoglou. I'm not going to lie. Jim was the one who wanted him. I wasn't overly enamoured. It's only as I've got to read more about him, see more about him. I wasn't overly enamoured with him, but Jim was called in for him. But anyway, it is what it is. Thanks everyone for watching. I'm going to end it there because I need to eat. I'm starving. But yeah, are we on tomorrow, Savva, at 10?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're back on Football Heritage at 10, and then I'm back here at 1 with Ellie. So have a good day, everyone, and I will see you tomorrow.